But this guy ain't no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. They shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying out your dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gon' call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extra dime. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, scrapes on his side. But this guy ain't no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin and Sel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly.
Hey, yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughter. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city. Are the hypest, we see them gyal wine up in a some liquor tight dress. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond, them think priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land. Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughter. Is we have the land, what many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none must slippy. Guyana, we say big up on no city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, hey master, one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey, yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughter. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world.
Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bring your vibe.
hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the glow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world. We got the news on Livewire. There's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving
Prestige Auto Sales, your #1 dealer for luxury in Guyana, where luxury isn't a dream, it's inventory. From elite performance to executive elegance, luxurious auto sales with the most luxurious vehicles in Guyana. Prestige Auto Sales. Drive distinction. Contact me for your free ad today at 1-800-SANCTION-MAN. Come support the #1 dealer for heavy-duty equipment and trucks in Guyana, Jumbo Jet. We have many locations. Visit any one of our 35 locations, from Burbis to Timeri.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. Remember, if you're looking for a luxury vehicle, check out Prestige Auto Sales. Or if you're looking for heavy-duty equipment, dump trucks, graders, excavator, front-end loader, you check out Jumbo Jet, right? And if you need an ad, 1-800-SANCTION-MAN. Get it. It's the hottest thing around, right? Morning to the people joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the people joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to the people in the comment section. Happy to have you guys here. Please do remember to share the live. So we could get the widest viewership possible. Wherever you're looking at us from, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow the Facebook pages, whether you're joining us on the news desk, Livewire News, Livewire TV, or my personal Facebook pages, Courdel Jones or Comrade Courdel Jones. Any which one, please follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be kept up to date with the important things happening in and around Guyana. This morning, let me see who in the comment section. Morning, everybody in the comment section. Today is the first day of budget debates 2026. So a lot of persons are looking forward. Wow, excuse me. A lot of persons are looking forward to that, myself included. And we'll discuss some of that this morning. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, the shadow ministers of the cabinet have been selected, and just so that you can know who is who exactly, which opposition MP will be shadowing which ministry, right? So we have Tabitha Sarabo Haley, and she's the shadow minister of parliamentary affairs and governance. So Tabitha will be shadowing the Honorable Gail Teixeira, um, which she holds no candle to. Um, as you know, MP Teixeira, Minister Teixeira, uh, political heavyweight, right? A political heavyweight. You have Tashana Feeney. She's the shadow minister of Home Affairs, right? I don't really know too much about her. Vishnu Pandey, that's the guy who failed at Gaisuko. Vishnu Pandey, one of the problems at Gaisuko, one of the reasons Gaisuko never could catch itself again, he's the shadow minister of agriculture. So instead of messing up one agency, they want him to mess up the entire agricultural sector. So just so you understand, he'd have been your minister of agriculture if these people had their way, right? That would have been your minister of agriculture. Why does this thing look like it's strobing so? What's going on? Close. All right. It still look like it's strobing. It didn't. What's going on? Technology, yeah. Anyway, let me continue. We go with it just like that. So the guy who was the former personal assistant to the gentleman who's currently before the courts for the theft of the recently no, it's 2020. For the 2020 election, the right hand to the guy who was fingered in the hijack of the 2020 elections, Hetzberger, he's the local government and regional development shadow minister, right? Natasha Singh, the one who kidnapped the little boy and calling him a husband, right? And who don't even have his last name on she on she thing. Natasha Singh, who is supposed to be Lewis, she's the shadow minister of human services and social security, right? We have Don Hastings, naturally, shadow minister for Amerindian affairs, but we know we don't get much action out of Miss Hastings. So indigenous people don't expect much representation there. Now we have Odessa Primus, the shadow minister of culture, youth, and sport. Comic show, right? So the future of Guyana, the youth falls under her, looking over the shadow rule falls to her. Dr. Andre Lewis, he's the shadow minister of natural resources. Okay. Dr. Gordon Barker, shadow minister of education. Dr. Ryan Richards, this is the guy from Linden, right? This is a former councillor from Linden who won a seat on the council under the PPP and stopped representing the people there. Ain't going to the meeting, he ain't doing nothing, he just dung tools. And guess why? Because he vexed about the assistant regional officer, which is his woman, and wherever she got going on at the RDC. So he gave up his responsibility and the fact that people voted for him to serve on the Linden Town Council because of whatever was the right term to use. Because his partner had ambitions beyond probably what others saw in her, right? So because she wasn't elevated as she felt it necessary or deemed fit, she down tools, he down tools, so it was one person left on the Linden Town Council. Y'all hearing me clearly? Because I am seeing this thing strobing here, like it's sticking, and I don't know if, let me check the live. I don't know what's going on this morning. elevated as she felt it necessary or deemed fit on the Linden Town Council. Y'all hearing me clearly because I am seeing this thing strobing. Okay, the video is sticking, but the audio seems to be the audio seems to be fine. So we're gonna continue, right? So that's Dr. Ryan Richards. He down tools because his woman upset that she in McREO in Linden, right? Who else we got here? Beverly Cornelius. That's the shadow. She's shadowing housing. Janelle Swetnam. I know the last name funny. She is shadowing public works. Nandini Singh. Nandrani Singh is shadowing labor, manpower planning, and public service. And in a non-surprising way, we find that Azruddin Mohammed has appointed Amanza Walton Desir as the foreign affairs / utilities and aviation shadow person. Now, let me see. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? So one person will win and get no assignment. Amanza get 2. And they got 16. They got 16 persons there. Just so you know, overtures were made to APNU to have shadow minister spots, but they would have refused those from Win. Right? They would have refused the offer of a shadow minister position from Win. Nevertheless, as I said to you, today budget debates will begin. Sorry, I don't have an updated graphic. This is the graphic that was used for budget presentation, which says the 26th of January. But today, the 2nd of February, we will see the commencement of budget debates 2026, right? And it's 5 days. We have a full lineup and it will be full exposure, right? The budget debates for 2026 will run for 5 consecutive days and every side has ample time to speak. No one can claim they were silenced during this debate section, right? The structure is balanced, 30 minutes plus 5 minutes, and then 15 minutes plus 5 minutes. And then the final will be 1 hour for the closers, which would be the leader of the opposition and the Minister of Finance, right? Now, understand, despite what you might be hearing from the opposition camps, this is not suppression. This is parliamentary process. The government side always gets more time to talk because at the end of the day, well, I should say the government side. The government and the shadows get the more time to speak. The backbenchers, like the APNU, Vince Roy Jordan, and all them people, they get 15 plus 5. Official shadows and ministers, 30 plus 5. Right? So on the opening day, today, we'll see Andre Lewis, Vince Roy Jordan, Natasha Singh, Dr. Gordon Barker, right? And we will have Coretta McDonald as well going up there. We have Coretta McDonald as well, right? And just a second. Right? Also members of the APNU and the government side, they're representing as well. So again, there can't be a claim of exclusion. Everybody will have a chance to share their thoughts on the budget, right? And that's just on the opposition side. When you look at the government side, the government heavyweights that are anchored, or I should say, that will anchor the debate. The PBPC MPs have a hell of a lineup, that come in. And I talking heavy hitters, heavyweights, that is Pelt Clash. You got Bishop Minister Edgel, you have Minister Prague, Minister Mustafa, Minister Rodriguez, Barrett, Todd, Minister Anthony, Minister Krul, Minister Manik Chan, Minister Indar, Onij Walrun, Minister Gail Teixeira, our Prime Minister Mark Phillips, and closing them off most naturally will be Senior Minister within Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh. Right? Now, anybody will tell you that is a stacked lineup. And clearly that signals confidence in the budget. Right? Now, again, for the closing of the budget debates, Ashuddin Mohammed, Dr. Ashley Singh will have 1 hour each. Right? But the final word belongs with the minister with responsibility for finance. Right? So 2 o'clock today, that's something for us to look forward to. And I'll show you why. Before I get into GCon, let me go over to this here. Now, this is why I'm so excited about budget 2026. Right? Because we're gonna have people like this presenting to y'all. Listen to this.
If you look at another page, Office of the President, the Men on Mission program, enhance human and social development, they have a total of $900 million. Wow. $900 million could build about 450 houses. Because you know those houses that the Men on Mission, they would normally build are wooden houses. Most of the houses are wooden houses. So I average about 450 houses can be built with $900 million.
So here we have an assessment of part of the budget by the fugitive offender opposition leader. Or we could use the acronym FOOL. Why is it sticking so? What's going on? Me got a set of programs running. What shimminess is this? Right? The fugitive offender. The fugitive offender. Oh, probably because this thing on. Let me take it off, man. No, it's still sticking. It's still sticking. I didn't understand. Okay, no. Okay, no. We're moving better now. I think it's because we had under overlay with the subscribe thing. We can't, I don't know. StreamYard got start on the 7th. It look like it gets better now. Right? But again, this is your fugitive offender. Your fugitive offender. Matter of fact, yeah. Sorry, your fugitive offender, giving an assessment of budget 2026. And that's why I said I am so excited to see the presentations from the WIN team. We know what the APNU give, right? But I want to hear from WIN. And I want the Guyanese public to hear from WIN, right? I want the Guyanese public to hear from WIN. Now, again, we have the opposition leader, fugitive offender opposition leader, and like I said, the acronym FOOL, FOOL, have doing an assessment or partial assessment of budget 2026. Now, he's talking about the Men on Mission. Mr. Opposition Leader or Fool, and please, again, when I say fool, fugitive offender, opposition leader, right? Mr. Fool, please, for heaven's sakes, buddy, do your homework before you grandstand. Do your homework before you grandstand. And like I said, this budget debate will show us the lacking of that team. Now, the fool went on social media claiming 900 million could build 450 houses. Excuse me. That means roughly $2 million per house. Now, you looking at this program, I know, even the people overseas know, or would ask the question, where in Guyana are you building a proper 2-bedroom unit with kitchen, bathroom, living room for $2 million? Right? For $2 million. That number collapses under basic maths. This wasn't analysis by Azadeen Mohammed. This video was theatrics. Men on Mission is not a housing scheme. Men on Mission is a program. Right? Not only a housing initiative. This is a social intervention program that focuses on fatherhood, mentorship, youth engagement, community stability. Parliament records from the 98th sitting clearly outlines this. But remember, they're not going to do the background work that is necessary for you to understand the figures in the budget. So the fool cannot critique a program if he does not even understand the purpose of the program. Right? So the fool deliberately, there was a deliberate omission of social context. 29% of households in Guyana are headed by single women. The program, Men on Mission, addresses absentee father figures. It targets youth vulnerability. It promotes responsible male engagement. Now, the fool conveniently ignored all of that because acknowledging all those facts weakens the fool's attack on Men on Mission. Now, the housing claim is misleading. The homes built are 2-bedroom units. They have a kitchen, inside bathroom, living room, built under a low-income housing model costing approximately $7.5 million per unit. So where did the fool, or I should say the fool's $2 million fantasy come from? If you're going to attack spending, at least understand the construction cost. Not even them houses the fool would have built in the past for people in cost $2 million. Now, let's look beyond the bricks and the mortar, the situation. The 900 million allocation also funds village outreach, men and boys seminars, youth camps, health initiatives, community cleanup, regional engagement, the One Guyana Kitchen, administrative and operational support for Men on Mission and so on operations. This is community infrastructure. not just concrete walls. Reducing it to wooden houses is dishonest framing. And over time, we've seen dishonest framing or misleading framing is what we can get from Win, and especially the Fool. Now, there has been a pattern. Since the Fool was the presumptive fool, now he is the substantive fool. We have been seeing a pattern, right? Song bites over substance. This is not oversight, fool. This is narrative construction. Throw a big number out, add a simple calculation, create outrage. But to the fool and to the crew that following the fool, parliamentary records exist. Again, fool and team fool. Parliamentary records exist and they contradict you. Right? They contradict you. Could you imagine a sanctioned businessman lecturing on public finances? The fool has positioned himself as the guardian of public spending. Yet, the fool's record raises serious questions. So, fool, before critiquing national programs, perhaps, fool, you could demonstrate financial transparency in your own affairs. And I don't understand how Guyanese are completely washing away all the stuff Mohammed's has been implicated in as fictional and, oh, the PPP, all of it is nothing he can do. So, fool, I'm saying to you this morning, on the day the budget debates will begin, credibility matters. Now, let's look at the selective budget criticism. The fool attacks social programs that uplift vulnerable communities. That's not who you say fighting for. The men on mission in helping the people that you claim that you're fighting for, these neglected people. The fool ignores the social crisis that the Men on Mission program addresses. The fool ignores data presented in Parliament. The fool ignores the program outcomes. So understand clearly, this is not fiscal responsibility. This is political opportunism. But the bigger question is, if you truly care about fiscal efficiency, why not present an alternative costing backed by engineers? Right? Why not present an alternative costing backed by engineers and project managers to say, hey, people saying these reputable people, these people with, what's the word? These people of good ilk, good standing, can say, look, this is the allotment they put out. We look at it, and based on this money, you could get this, and do this. We don't want to hear the fool's assessment. We want people with credibility, right? We want people with credibility and understanding of what's going on. So why not present alternative cost backed by credible information from credible persons who understand logistics, construction, all that stuff? Why not cite procurement breakdowns? Huh? Why not cite procurement breakdowns in the purchasing process or moving to the communities or something? Why not reference official budget documents? You know why? I'll tell you why this morning. Because this was never about policy accuracy. This video by Azruddin Mohammed, the fool, was never about policy accuracy. It was about creating noise before the 2026 budget. So the $900 million claim collapses under basic maths. Basic maths, right? Official parliamentary records, construction standards, and the program design that he's speaking of collapses completely. When facts enter the conversation, the outrage created by the fool disappears. And once again, Azruddin Mohammed's headline collapses under scrutiny. Right? Collapses under scrutiny. So you guys don't look at this nonsense that they're putting out there and think it's anything of substance. Now, I want to jump over to this here. Right? I want to jump over to this here. So I saw that credible source, well, I should say Sherrod Duncan, he has posted that Azruddin Mohammed is looking to meet with the opposition commissioners at GCOM. Right? I want to say again to the fool. Right? I want to say again to the fool. Sir, honorable member of the National Assembly, the Constitution is not a pick and choose menu. Right? This is not KFC. This is not Wendy's. This is not Royal Castle. This is not Burger King. You can't have it your way. Or it's Burger King or McDonald's. Whichever one, you can't have it your way. Now, Win has been shouting, follow the Constitution! Follow the Constitution! Follow the Constitution! For months. Everything, every issue, Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. Every issue, Constitution. Every press conference, Constitution. Leading the opposition, Constitution. Linden chairman and vice chairman issue, Constitution. Azruddin Mohammed and his team waved it like scripture, like God writes it himself. Constitution. Now, when the same Constitution protects the tenure of GCOM commissioners, suddenly it's a problem. Suddenly it's a problem. The Constitution good for everything else. So which is it? Which is it, fool? And again, fugitive offender, opposition leader. So please don't say I'm disrespecting Azruddin Mohammed, leader of the opposition, MP. That's too long. I just saying fool. Right? It's either we follow the Constitution fully or we don't. So fool, let us know what you want to do. You don't get to highlight the clause that benefits you and ignore the ones that don't. The law does not operate on feelings. Unless the Constitution changes, the commissioners remain. That's how constitutional laws work. Not emotions, not popularity, not because you dislike who is sitting there. If you want change, through the parliament, amend the law. Don't reinterpret the law based on political convenience. Now, this here exposes the selective morality of this grouping. This is the pattern. Constitution when convenient, outrage when beneficial, silence when advantageous. That's not principle, that's strategy. And people are starting to see it. Win loves to shout corruption. But let's be honest, corruption was not a crisis when their leader was operating comfortably within the system. Let's be plain. Corruption wasn't an issue when the fool was operating comfortably within the system. Corruption only became a national emergency after the indictments and the sanctions came. So is this really about justice? Huh? Is this really about following the Constitution? Or is this about, I guess, some kind of revenge and survival dressed up as reform? No, the real question nobody's asking, if you want the commissioners gone, fine. Let's start the logical question. Who replaces them? Where are these constitutional scholars? Where are these experienced electoral minds? Where are these tested legal professionals? Because this is the same political machinery that suggested I shouldn't say suggested, struggled with basic nomination procedures on election day. Basic forms, basic deadlines, basic compliance. And now they want to restructure GCOM on what demonstrated competence. Now, we got to ask ourselves another question. Is this reform or is this a purge? Is the goal reform or is the goal simply removing anything that resembles the APNU? Because there's a difference between institutional reform and political cleansing. One strengthens democracy, the other destabilizes it. So this power guised as principle, not fooling anybody. At some point, we have to stop pretending. This is not about constitutional purity. It's about power. Control over electoral machinery. Influence over process. Positioning ahead of future elections. And the Constitution is being used as a slogan, not a standard. Right? You cannot preach what you practice selectively. You cannot demand constitutional adherence when it benefits you and then reject constitutional adherence when it protects your opponent. That's not justice, that's convenience. GCOM cannot become a political football every time a new movement emerges. Stability matters. Institutions must be stable. Continuity matters. If we start removing commissioners based on political wins, then no institution will survive intact. if we truly believe in constitutional governance, follow it fully. If you want to change it, amend it legally. But don't weaponize it to suit you and abandon it when it doesn't. That is not reform. That is power politics disguised as morality. Right? That's power politics disguised as morality. Now, I wanted to come off of the politics a little bit and address something that I saw on social media a couple of days ago. And a young lady complained about going to this place. This egg ball place, man. This egg ball place and finding some gum, chewing gum, I should say, in the egg ball dough. And then these two, listen, I often tell y'all I don't really follow the influencer crowd because a lot of people doing beer stupidness online and Guyanese literally running behind it. Beer stupidness. Like, take for instance, Maria. Here, I personally feel like Guyanese artists should be promoted. And Guyanese artists need exposure. But when you singing foolishness out of key and expect persons to get on board with that, no, I'm not on board with that. And I think all them Guyanese who pretending they always in the wrong, them stupidness that y'all actually like it and y'all hyping these people up, I think you're doing a injustice to real Guyanese artists who take the time to perfect their craft and put all their effort into what they're doing. Right? If it was a case like Lola, I see Terrence Green put out a song the other day on beat, the rhymes are okay, you could listen to it. Lola thing lawless, but you can't say Lola songs. You think a nice beat, she's singing on beat, and you could jam to it. How you deal with Rasta Sir was a reasonable tune. Can't complain with. Can't complain. How you deal with Rasta Sir. But people like Maria, Baby Skello, who else? They got some of them beer stripping the singing. And people, Guyanese, just hyping and carrying them on like if they're making we look good. You think, and then we want to know why people say Guyanese foreign-minded when it comes to music. But that's the kind of stupidness that Guyanese promote, influencers this promote. Those persons call themselves influencers. Now, these two, I first knew about Isaiah because he used to do videos on Yoon. And then when he teamed up with Courdel Paul, that's when I got introduced to Courdel Paul, a police and a fireman. Right? Now, all I'm saying is this. If the influencing, yeah, make your videos, but don't get involved in certain things and then play it disrespecting people. Right? Because currently, these two are tied to Q-Man and the studio. You notice you're seeing Q-Man no more, you're hearing nothing about it. It's just them dressing up in suit at the studio, going to take photos and stuff. When the case done, they might even got studio. But let me go to the egg bar story. So this young lady claimed to find some chewing gum in the crust of the egg bar. When she do the video, she show we the stuff, and you could see it looked like chewing gum. These two banners decide to make a video talking about the girl probably come from Barney Boss and she this, she that, and then showing we like we stupid as Guyanese. The inner film on the inside of the eggshell when you boil it and trying to tell me does what the girl find. Two of you, Courdel Paul and Isaiah Moore, both of you full of bullshit. And y'all like sparse that young lady and y'all express persons with disabilities with your video. You are very disrespectful. And I am saying persons should boycott exclusive egg ball. And more so boycott their videos. As somebody who has autistic family, differently abled family, these two are highly out of order. This stopped being about an egg ball a long time ago. The most disgusting part of the video that they made was not the food issue, right? Despite they trying to mislead and make people a fool about the film under the eggshell and the chewing gum that the girl find is highly disrespectful, right? But that wasn't the bad part. It was the dragging of a special school into the joke. Now, St. Barnabas and Ascension, these are institutions for children with disabilities and learning differences. They're not punchlines for Isaiah and this, Isaiah and Cournel Paul. As a police officer and a fireman, people expect you two idiots to know better. Using the special school as shorthand for dunce or stupid. Both of you are dunce and stupid. And it shows the ignorance and the shame, completely shamelessness of the two of you. Physical and learning disabilities are not an insult, Isaiah and Cournel. And honest to God, Cournel looked like he had a disability for years. Is now he's looking like a normal person. Cournel looked like he was disabled. So, making or insulting persons with physical and learning disabilities is beyond shameful. These are realities that deserve respect and support, Cournel and Isaiah. Two grown-ass men, a police officer and a fire service officer, both of them public servants, sitting on camera, mocking a young woman and implying that she attended a special school to question her intelligence. Because she's speaking out about what she find in your food that she got put in your body. These two wretches for money, making the eyes pass differently able persons and insulting the young lady's intelligence just because exclusive egg ball give you a bag to try and debunk with the lady. So I was glad to see I passed in the line at exclusive egg ball shorter. I was glad to see it. Happy. Right? And that insult of the lady's intelligence, that crosses a line that should never be crossed, along with the disrespect to persons attending those schools. I'll say this to you, Isaiah and Cournel Paul. Your uniform comes with responsibility, not ridicule, not humiliation, not influencer theatrics. And I do hope that the guy in the fire service and the guy in the police force put in some kind of thing about this, because technically they're moonlighting. And that's against the rules for joint service officers or ranks. You cannot serve and protect by day and publicly demean citizens by night. Even the egg layer explanation was insulting to people's intelligence. If someone is eating egg layers from an eggshell, that is still improper food handling, because you're supposed to get that mess out of there. So what y'all trying to justify? It was something looking like chewing gum. Now, instead of exclusive Egbar come out and say, hey, this is not something we normally do. Clearly, we make a mistake. But going forward, we're going to make sure everybody got a mask when they're dealing with the food or something to prevent it from happening again. You bring these two idiots to play the embarrassing people. One obese and the stark slow like he got Down syndrome himself. And the other one, literal face, does look like if he got differently able. So could you imagine literally two pot talking but two kettle? I say, hey, yeah, Courdel, boy, you just got to, boy. He talking in slow motion. And the other thing, complete, just look at his face. Just look at his face. And you could think that he probably went to that school too. And look how you talking about people. Again, the correct response would have been to apologize. Look at the matter, you investigate what actually happened and reassure customers. And you would have been done with it. That would have been the correct response from a business. Not hire these two idiots to chastise people. But instead, they saw damage control through mockery, paid videos, and public shaming. And Isaiah telling Courdel not to say certain things does not absolve him. He participated in the foolishness. So they could have stopped, delete the section, and record again. But no, they recorded it, they posted it, and they amplified it. Both of them. Both of them. Me personally, I don't share the videos, but I am telling you as of now, until an apology is made to the young lady and to those two institutions, you understand? I'd happily scroll past the thing or block them so they don't show up on me timeline. You understand? And I'm asking every level-headed Guyanese to take the same action. They can't make money from disgracing Guyanese despite their abilities. Right? You don't get to play peacemaker while helping to spread harm. And you know something? There's also a serious conflict of interest here. There's also a serious conflict of interest here, you know. Anyway, if that young woman decides to go to consumers affairs or pursue action, how is she supposed to feel safe when public officers are publicly attacking her? A policeman. And mind you, recently promoted full corporal. This is intimidation by influence. The only people showing ignorance in this situation are not children in special schools. It's the adults who thought this was acceptable. While the president, and I dare say these ministries who got them running wrong them, should disassociate themselves with them. Because I am pretty sure these ministries don't uphold this foolishness that they're going on with. While the president is building and expanding schools for children with disabilities, public servants are using those very institutions as measures of stupidity. And that's why I want y'all to understand. A policeman and a fireman. That contradiction is shameful. You commander-in-chief building out these institutions for all Guyanese, those differently able as well. You're commander-in-chief, and you as the subordinate highlighting those institutions as institutions of stupidity. Somebody got to do something or say something. Colonel Paul and Isaiah Moore, highly out of order. Right? They're highly out of order. And I hope somebody tag them in this, because I hope they see. Look at these two banner by. This is look. I tell you. Listen, special schools are not the standard of ignorance. Mocking citizens while wearing the authority of the state is an abuse of platform. This is no longer about food. It's about accountability. This is about responsibility. This is about basic human decency. Public servants must be held to a higher standard, not a lower one. And yes, I am saying to you this morning, a line must be drawn. It must be drawn. Not because you think you're an influencer, you could get away with this foolishness. You disrespecting Guyanese. Y'all are highly out of order. Y'all are highly out of order. And I hope everybody boycott y'all. The videos, the studio will queue, man. They're in trouble for the right now. We'll say you, on the video with Terrence Green, we'll say you invest in this and people don't know when I say the stupidness. I hope they all boycott you. You understand? I hope they all boycott y'all. But look, anyway. Listen, y'all continue to be good Guyanese out there. Again, I'm asking for persons to desist from buying exclusive egg ball and desist from liking and sharing Colonel Paul and Isaiah Moore's videos until they apologize to the differently able persons of this country. Until exclusive egg ball takes responsibility for the mistake that was made in their kitchen. But I hope all that ministry cut ties with y'all, but y'all go along and look walk on the road, man. Go along to them little cell phone store and do your stubbornness, buddy. Everybody knows somebody with a disability. Everybody. And if y'all got a conscience or a heart, y'all got to feel the same way. This is bull. Isaiah Moore and Courdel Paul, bull. Bull. At least I know I'm not a follower. I don't subscribe to nothing that is do. Nothing. I tell you the truth, they make funny videos. But this is overboard. This is overboard. This is overboard. Red thread, nobody ain't come out. Nobody ain't come out. People going to Barnabas and Ascension stupid. You guys pass people. Both of y'all. And look at this banner by y'all. Look. Bye. Listen. Look, I done. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, same time, same place. Do look out for the budget debates happening at 2 p.m. today. Yeah. 2 p.m. today. Anyway, you know how it is go. Y'all know how it is go. As I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo.